Can you?
No. Here. I'll play a song and you dance.
Orthopedic test.
Okay.
One thing you should remember is written there. You always hurt the one you love.
Come here. Come here like this. Right here
There's
behind the
one
heart. In front of the heart.
general underlying principle in orthopedic test is representing the problem, mostly pain, sometimes failed functions, but mostly pain. So you are representing the problems of the patient. So if it is the injury of something, this action will produce the pain. That is orthopedic test. This is the three virtues of orthopedic test. First one is safe. Anything that makes the patient hurt is not a test. You can just kick him or just slap him. It will make him painful, but that is not a test. It should be safe and it should be specific. One action make one certain part make painful, not the general pain. And it should be simple. These three factors, when they satisfy these three factors, that is a good test. And it is written in your textbook. Okay, let's produce pain. But how can I reproduce the pain of the patient or failed functions? There is only two things. There are only two things. First one is stretch. Second one is compress or rub. More than 80%, 90% of orthopedic tests fall into these two categories. If that is a problem with ligament, just stretch it. Tendon, muscle, same. And if it is the problem with the between the joint, you should compress or rub. Between the joint means the surface of the bones or cartilage or meniscus, anything between two bones. So this is easy principle underlining all the orthopedic tests. First, ligament. This is a knee joint. This is a hinge joint. What will you do? First, this way. What is the name of this test? Anybody knows? It's a varus test and varus test. And it can be applied to wrist, elbow, anywhere. When you, what happened there? The problem is there. Muscle stretches too. This is the knee joint. When you flex it, quadriceps tendon is supposed to be stretched. But quadriceps muscle stretches too. And it is not specific enough sometimes. Many cases it is enough, but sometimes it doesn't. So what can you do to isolate the affecting to the tendon? Simple. Use your brains. Then muscle shortened and the ligament gets stressed a lot. Do you get it? Force will pull the tendon upward and you are holding the tendon downward. So it will be stretched and there will be pain. That is the second principle for stretches, for tendons. Muscles can be a little bit different, but basically same theories. Like a drop arm test, it is the way of contracting the deltoid muscles. Compress and rub. cartilage. Make the target space smaller and press down. 상식적이죠? It is common sense. That will make pain. So meniscus patient, when they step on that legs, that makes pain. That is one of the physical tests. Even it is not written on your textbook. Do you see the medication bottle? You should press down and rub it. That's what you do. Sharpie's test. There's specific angles, and what you should do is maybe a little bit different. But one thing you should remember on your brain is I'm making pain by forcing this way. Many students I taught in my class, they do Megmoray's test wrong way. They only focus on it is painful or not. And patellar grinding test is the same. I will explain later. Here is tour guide. It is torture guide. Ligament tendon muscle. When the target is ligament tendon muscle, you should stretch. That is the action. And tennis elbow test. How do you test tennis elbow? This is this muscle group. And first, flex this way. It is stretched already. Sometimes they already feel the pain. But when they contract this muscle, it will be more widely open. Injured tendon is widely open. So that is the reason you let them pull their ankle up, not raised upward, and resist it. By this section, you are contracting the muscles. 이해가세요? Okay? And Finkelstein's test is for, I'm not sure, Dequervang's disease. And Hawkins' test is testing supraspinatus tendinitis. So it is torturing, a safe way. And cartilage and bones, action, compress, and rub. Sharpie's test, that is for wrist. And Megmoray's test, that is for knees. And patellar grinding test, tibia and patellar bones. Okay, if you know these three things already, everything's so easy. Anatomy, you should memorize all the attachment of the muscles. Without this, you cannot understand physical test and how they move. If it is a hinge joint, does that need a sliding? Does that need a traction? Kinesiology and pathologies. So if you look at this knee joint example, it will be very easy. I'm covering all the topics. So let's check for ligament on knees.
There are four major
The
ligament
ligament
stabilize
toward
the
the
knee.
front is the anterior cruciate ligament, or
The
ACL.
medial